Hey friends, it is Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to the Board Game Garden, and welcome to the first solo games I played this month video of 2023. This is going to be all of the games that I played in January, which I played, I believe, 7 games solo. All of these, actually no, that's a lie. Not all of them are new games to me. Some of these I have played before solo, or actually only one game in here I've played before solo, but I haven't talked about it for a while, so I wanted to just mention it. But yes, without further ado, let's get into today's video. If you guys want to see 7 games that I played solo in the month of January, just keep on watching. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you've yet to do so. We'd love to have you here in the garden. I have links down below to the Board Game Garden Discord if you guys want to join that. Also our Twitch channel where we stream playthroughs of board games, and the Board Game Garden Patreon if you guys do want to support the garden. But that is everything for the intro. Let's get into this video, shall we? So starting off with the first game that I played in 2023. This was actually a new game to me. Got this for my birthday just last December, or like a month ago, but that is Genotype. This is published by Genius Games, and this publisher does a really good job at making games that are actually like very educational. They literally give you another book in here. There's the rule book, but there's also another book where it teaches you all about the theme of the game, and the theme of this one is pea farming, I believe, but I really enjoy the mechanics in this one. It is a worker placement game, but then there's also this really cool dice mitigation, dice drafting phase as well, where basically in this game you are trying to get, or like, it's kind of like fulfilling orders, but not really. You're just trying to cover up all of the different gene types on all of the different pea plants that you have. Each card that you have in your little garden is going to have a bunch of different like gene variants or something like that. I'm not exactly sure like the specific wording for it, but it's basically just these things on a card that you're trying to cover up by getting those specific dice numbers. So you're drafting them and you're needing very specific things in order to cover up those on your cards. And like I said, it's kind of a little bit like order fulfilling, where once you cover up all those things, you get that card, you put it to the side, and you score the points on it. You also have different tools to help you, as well as different worker placement spots, different upgrades you can get, assistants that can help you throughout the game. And I only played this solo once, but I really enjoy it. In the solo variant, you are just going against a solo AI, the best type of solo AI, where you're just flipping over a card. The card tells you what the AI is going to do, and then that is it. It's a little bit more complicated than some in the past that I've played, where it's very involved with what they're doing, and you have to like kind of figure out different things based off of the actions that they're going to do, but it's not overly complicated, and I was able to play it very easily within the first few turns. But yes, absolutely loved Genotype. This box is like one of my favorite boxes. I don't know what it is about this, but I think it might just be like the wood with the book and like the plants. I just think it is absolutely beautiful. So yes, that was the first game that I played solo in January. That is Genotype. Next up is a very small box, but I am so happy that I finally grabbed one of these. These are the Railroad Ink games. There are a bunch of different colors of these, and I wanted to start because I've played Railroad Ink on BGA. It's a very simple roll and write where the dice that come in this game have different sides that have either highways in different shapes or railroads in different shapes. And you are trying to build out your railroads and your highways, starting on different spots and then ending on different spots, like the exits, I guess. And you're trying to just connect as many as possible, and you get points based off of that. At the end of the game, if you have any spots that are leading to nowhere, you get negative points. And each of these boxes come with different little mini expansions. So this one comes with the rivers and lakes expansions, and basically it just adds 2 different other dice to your pool that you're going to be rolling and doing different things with. But there's also the red one, there's a green, and there's a yellow, but I decided on blue. And I just think this is such a relaxing game. I played this multiple times in January, and the fun thing is that this can be played remotely. So I've actually been putting on playthroughs on YouTube. Monique and Naveen had a playthrough of this, so I kind of played along with them based off of their dice rolls. You can also just obviously roll your own dice, but it's kind of fun to like have that connection. So it was very fun there, and I just really enjoy this one. It's very therapeutic in a way. Played all the time on BGA, like I said. Multiplayer on BGA, but it plays really well solo as well, where you're just working on your own railroad and highway system on your little board, and it is, like I said, very satisfying and therapeutic. So that is the second game that I played in January. That is Railroad Inc. It is published by Horrible Guild, by the way, as well. Moving into the third game that I played solo this month. Ooh, this is probably one of my favorites that I've played this month. I've also played this multiplayer. I talked about it in the last video. If you guys haven't gone and seen the video before this one, is going to be my monthly wrap-up. So I talk about more of like the multiplayer games that we played, as well as the games that I play on BGA, and just the overall stats for the month. But I quickly chatted about this one that we played multiplayer, but I also played it solo, and that is It's a Wonderful World. This is published by Lucky Duck Games as well as Ori Games, and it is such a fun game. It is literally just like an engine builder. I guess a lot of people have compared this to Seven Wonders, but it's a completely different game where you are drafting cards, you're taking one, passing the rest to the person beside you. Obviously in a solo game, you are not doing that part of it. You are actually just going through, I think there are 2 piles of 5 each round. There are 4 different rounds, and you're going through your hand of 5. You're either deciding to have that card to build, or you're going to recycle a card to get the resources on that card. And the resources you are then going to use to build the cards that you decided to construct. And whenever you construct a card, it goes into your production little column, and then every round you have a production phase where it produces all of the goods that you have there. Then you use those to build more cards, add those to your production. It is just such a satisfying puzzle and engine builder, and it just feels so good when you have all of these cards at the side giving you production and letting you build all of these cards, and it's just so good. And then you base your ending score on all of the like point conditions on all the cards. Some cards just give you flat out points, but then others give you points based off of the colored cards that you have in your production, and different things like that. But yes, It's a Wonderful World is also on BGA. I don't know if you can play it solo on BGA. I don't think you can, but you can play a multiplayer. Definitely recommend trying it out. And if you can find it physically, definitely recommend it for solo play because it is fantastic, and I love the puzzle. It wasn't like a game, like seeing it like this, I was like not super excited about it just because the theme doesn't really resonate with me, but once we actually played the game, I was like, yeah, I can get behind this. This is a freaking good game. So yes, that is It's a Wonderful World. Moving into game number 4, this is one that I played a few different times this month, and again, probably one of my favorites of the month. I actually can't say that because all of these games I genuinely really enjoyed, but the one that I'm talking about is the Isle of Cats Explore and Draw. So I am a huge fan of the base game, Isle of Cats, the Isle of Cats solo, and the Isle of Cats Explore and Draw gives you the same experience as the base game, but it's a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to get to the table, and it doesn't take as long to play. So I was kind of going back and forth whether I wanted to add this one to the collection since I do already have the Isle of Cats, but I decided I enjoy the Isle of Cats enough that I would love to get this variation where it's a little bit quicker and smaller and easier to tables. So I am so freaking happy that I decided to get this. It was in my top 10 of 2022, and basically it plays the same as the base game, but obviously it is a drawn right. Instead of you drafting cards and putting tiles onto a boat board, you are just taking cards from like a tableau in front of you, and you're picking one of the columns in order to put those cats and different treasures and stuff into your boat with some dry erase markers, and then you score at the end of the game based off of your family of cats, so groups of different colors. as well as your objectives and stuff like that. And the solo variant is the same, where you have your sister, she's climbed aboard, she's trying to take credit for all of your work. So you're basing your choices off of what she's going to be scoring for those choices. And I just love the solo variant in both the base game and in Explore and Draw. And it's just one of my favorite solo games. So that is the Isle of Cats Explore and Draw. Moving into game number 5, this is a classic and one that for some reason it's taken me this long to play it solo, but that is Wingspan. So Wingspan is published by Stonemaier Games, and this is, like I said, a classic. This is probably a game that a lot of people discovered when first getting into the hobby, and we've had it for a few years now, and I've only ever played it multiplayer until January, and I am so happy I did because I genuinely really enjoyed this solo. I played this on stream. It should still be up on Twitch. I actually played a lot of these solo on stream. Genotype I played solo on stream. It's a Wonderful World I also played solo on stream. Isle of Cats Explore and Draw I played solo, as well as Wingspan, and then the 2 others that I'm going to be talking about in a second. Played all of them on stream, so definitely go check out the Twitch channel. I should also mention now that I am going to start doing some live streams over here on YouTube, so keep an eye out for those. I'm going to start doing some playthroughs and just some like sit down chatty ones like I did just this past week. But yes, anyways, Wingspan, it plays pretty similar to a lot of other solo games where you have an AI, you're just flipping over the AI card and then doing what that card is telling you to do. But I actually discovered that there is an app. It's actually only available on iOS, unfortunately, but it's called Wingmate. And I think I need to actually purchase Wingmate. I was trying like the free trial of it, the 7-day free trial, but basically it actually automates the Automa for you, which is really cool. I always forget how to say, is it Automa or is it Automa? I always forget. But it automates the AI player for you. It flips the card for you. It adds up all of their points for you. It is absolutely fantastic. I definitely recommend, if you enjoy Wingspan solo, get that app. I think you have to pay maybe $3 or $4 to get the Automa part of the app. The app also gives you just like scoring things for the multiplayer version of Wingspan as well. But the main reason I enjoy that app and the reason why I'm recommending it is for the AI part of it, where it actually controls it for you. It is so nice. But yes, I really enjoyed Wingspan. I am so happy that it's so funny because I always like repeat words. I always say really, so. I'm gonna try not to do that as much anymore. I apologize. But really enjoyed Wingspan solo, and I'm excited to play it more solo, as well as I'm excited to play it with the Oceania expansion, because I just played the base game to start off, but I can get into that, and I would love to try the other expansions as well. So that is Wingspan. Moving into another one of my favorite games, multiplayer, that I finally got to the table solo, and that is because I did purchase the solo expansion, but that is Concordia Solitaria. So this is just the solo expansion. I do have the base game down there behind me, but Concordia, if you guys have seen my top 10 games of all time, is currently number 3, and I love Concordia so much. The gameplay of playing a card down and then deciding, you know, whether you want to purchase more cards or build out on the map in your different places to get more resources, or prefect. Prefecting is basically just a way to get more resources. Concordia is a hard one for me to fully explain on video, but if you guys do want to see a solo gameplay of that, go check out the live stream over on Twitch. It will be up for 30 days, but I think what I've decided to do is I might start uploading my Twitch live streams over to YouTube. Let me know down in the comments if that's something that you guys would want to see. But yes, this one should be up on the Twitch channel for 30 days from when I live streamed it. So if you guys are watching this like way off in the future, then unfortunately it won't be available anymore, but I might have it uploaded here on the channel. But anyways, solo Concordia is very fun, very easy to control the Automa as well. Basically, again, it's just when you purchase this, you get a new hand of cards. Actually, this is a little bit different than any other of the AIs that I've played, where the cards that you play actually determine what the AI plays. So I really enjoyed that part of it, where you can kind of have control over what the AI does on your turn. So for example, there was a point in the game where I didn't want the solo AI to purchase any cards. So I kind of held off on building with an architect card, is how you build out on the map. That was the card that would allow the AI to purchase cards. So I kind of held off on doing what I wanted to do so that the AI wouldn't be able to purchase the cards. So it's really nice to have that control over what the AI is doing, because typically in an AI, part of the game in other games is they flip a card or they flip a tile and it just tells you what they're going to do. So you have no way to prepare for what the AI is going to do. But in this one, you kind of can manipulate what the AI is going to do, which I really, really liked. So that is Concordia Solitaria. The last game that I played solo in January, I believe, is one that I have chatted about on the channel, but it's been a while since I played this one solo. I played it on stream this past Tuesday and I really enjoyed it. Oh my goodness. This is Dinosaur Island Roar and Write. I have not experienced any of the base games. I have not experienced Dinosaur Island or Dinosaur World. I really would love to play those, but this here is kind of how I've experienced that series of games, and I really enjoy Dinosaur Island Roar and Write. It's a small, compact way of playing those games. I do, like I said, want to play those games eventually, but this is going to have to do until then. But basically in Dinosaur Island Roar and Write, you are creating your own dinosaur park, your own Jurassic Park, as I like to say. And I really like the mechanics in this roll and write because it adds in some mechanics that you typically don't see in a roll and write, like worker placement and there's some drafting in other roll and writes, but this one you're drafting in order to get resources on those dice, and then the dice that you draft, you're actually taking them and using them as workers, placing them to do more actions. And then there's also this really cool polynomial puzzle where you're laying out your Jurassic Park, you're putting in the rides and you're putting in the merch stands and the food stands and all of the, I think they're called dinosaur enclosures, so you can pick what type of dinosaurs you want. But then you're also trying to control the threat from your park, because every dinosaur that you add to your park, it gets slightly more dangerous for your guests, so you're having to get security to make sure no guests get killed. And then you're counting up your points at the end of the game based off of different dinosaur tours that you take, as well as different guests that you, or different services that you hire and buildings that you build and all of the things. So yes, that is Dinosaur Island Roar and Write. I don't think I mentioned, but it is published by Pandasaurus Games, and really enjoy this one. This has been a roll and write, a little bit more of a crunchy roll and write that I've had in the collection for a bit. Anyways, that is going to be everything for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing the 7 games that I played solo in the month of January. Hopefully I can get some more to the table in February than I did this month. We had a lot of get-togethers with family and friends and played a lot of multiplayer stuff, so hopefully this month will be, actually not hopefully, because I enjoy spending time with friends and family, but hopefully I can get a little bit more solo time to play some more games solo. But yeah, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy. Let me know down in the comments what games you enjoyed solo this month. I'd love to know. I always love having conversations with you guys down there in the comments. Hit the subscribe button if you've yet to do so. We'd love to have you here in the garden. And I always have links down below to Discord, Twitch, Patreon, all of the things. That is everything for today's video. I love you guys so, so much. Remember, you are somebody's reason to smile, and I will see you guys in the next board game video. Bye, friends.